So I love the games that are planned, but the venues for these games, especially for the first game, very, very questionable. Andres from Doble A Sports, the Mexico national team, while they are getting ready for this summer's Copa Oro tournament, also announced their scheduled matches during the FIFA international break that will take place in September after the tournament. And with Mexico wanting to do as much as they can to prepare for the World Cup, which they will co-host with the United States and Canada, they organized 2 games against 2 of the best teams from the other side of the Pacific Ocean. Last week, the Mexico national team, along with the Mexican Football Federation, announced that the national team will play against Japan on September 6th and then play against South Korea on September 9th. Again, both games are part of the FIFA international calendar that month and are preparation games as Mexico builds up for the World Cup. Overall, these 2 games is very good work by the Mexican Football Federation. 2 games against competitive teams, and especially against 2 teams that, for all we know, Mexico might face in the group stage in 2026, as Japan has already qualified for the World Cup and South Korea is on path to do the same. So to have games against World Cup caliber teams that we will see in 2026, the Federation has done a good job moving away from those partidos moleros that fans have criticized and wanted the Federation to move away from for a while now. First, the matches against Turkey and Switzerland in June, and now against 2 quality AFC teams. This is good. Again, win, lose, or draw, playing against stronger teams only helps elevate the level of play for the Mexican team. So this is the point where I grade the Mexican Football Federation for their management here, and this video is of course no different. In my last video discussing the announcement of the 2 games against Switzerland and Turkey, I said how I wished both or at least one of those games would be in Mexico in the test of a tougher and true home atmosphere in Mexico. And once again, I will say the same thing here. Both of these games will be held in the United States instead of having at least one game in Mexico. While I know the home stadium for La Selección, Estadio Azteca, is being renovated for the World Cup, I would have liked to see them schedule at least one of these games in Mexico. For example, in Estadio BBVA in Monterrey or Nemesio Diaz in Toluca. And be tested against a good quality team in a true home atmosphere. And because of that, I am giving the Federation a B+ grade now instead of anything in the A tier like I did for those games regarding Switzerland and Turkey. In any other scenario, especially if one of these games was in Mexico, I would easily give it an A grade for the Mexican Football Federation's management here. But the venues are what brings the grade down, especially the venue where they will play against Japan, which I find very, very strange. As of now, the venue for the game against South Korea has not been confirmed, outside of the fact that the game will be held in the States. However, we do know the venue for the game against Japan, and the game will be held in Oakland Coliseum, of all places. They last played there in 2011, a 3-1 win against Paraguay, which was also the last international football match there. And that should have been the last international game held in Oakland Coliseum for good reason. I have been to the stadium for sporting events before, especially baseball for the Giants, and a couple of athletics games when they were still based in Oakland. And the Oakland Coliseum is, without a doubt, the worst stadium still in use in the United States. It's an old concrete donut, multi-purpose design, no renovations. The amenities and infrastructure of the Oakland Coliseum has completely deteriorated. It's an awful, ugly stadium all around. Of all the stadiums in the Bay Area to hold this game, this is the worst one possible. Maybe the Mexican Football Federation and the national team try to hold the game in Levi Stadium or in the Stanford University Stadium, but due to the NFL season beginning at the same time, that plan did not work, so they decided to just have the game still in the Bay Area, but in the Oakland Coliseum. Another possible reason that I have speculated in my mind is maybe some of the profit from ticket sales will go to the Oakland Roots, who play their USL season there right now. And the current people who operate and own this barely usable stadium to potentially use that money for a full-scale tear down and new stadium for the Oakland Roots in the future on that site. But I doubt that because, why would the Federation partner with a team that's outside of Mexican football? I don't know. I don't know. But to have the game against Japan in Oakland Coliseum, the worst possible stadium in the Bay Area and even in the U.S., it would have been better to hold this game in Mexico, where there are several football stadiums much better than the one in Oakland. For this reason, I give the Federation a B+ grade for their management and scheduling for the Mexico national team for these games. I love the matchups. Both games are against good teams and will help improve Mexico's team and quality of play, but the choice of venues is definitely not ideal. With that, Andres de AA Sports, leave your reactions in the comments. That's all for this video regarding the latest Mexico national team news. Don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to my sports channel. Subscribing to a channel on YouTube is free. You don't pay. It only helps you stay informed and updated on when I post videos. And when you stay informed about my newest videos, you will also stay informed on news regarding the Mexico national team. With that, thank you for watching and listening. Leave your opinions on these two upcoming games in September in the comments below. And as always, Vamos Mexico.